A very good morning, children. In today's class of economic application, we shall take an important topic. But before that, let's take a quick recapitulation of what we studied in the last class. Well, in the last class, the lesson that we have taken up is the central problems of economy, where we study about the problems of economy, that is what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. And well, and today's topic is production possibility curve. Okay, see, before we go on to discuss what is a production possibility curve, let's try to understand how this concept evolved then. Okay, see, the production possibility curve is a concept which was evolved in order to explain the basic problem of an economy. Okay, that arises due to what? The basic problem of an economy that arises due to the scarcity of resources. Now, what is the basic problem of an economy then? Well, the basic problem of an economy is what? Is the utilization of limited resources to get maximum satisfaction of your want. Okay, so with this context, with reference to this, what is production possibility curve then? Well, let's see the definition first. The production possibility curve is a curve which shows all the possible combination of two products that can be produced by making full utilization of the resources and technology in an economy. Now, what does this mean then? Well, see, due to the scarcity of resources, you cannot produce all the product at a time, isn't it? In order to increase, in order to produce more of one product, you have to what? Sacrifice or reduce the production of another product, isn't it? So here you have to understand that in order to the increase in the production of one product will lead to the what? Reduction in the production of another product. Understood? So see, this is what the production possibility curve is all about. So this particular concept can also be explained in the form of a diagram using PPS, that is what? Production possibility schedule, and PPC, that is a production possibility curve. Alright, now let us see what is PPS, that is production possibility schedule, and PPC is production possibility curve. Okay, so with the help of this diagram, I'm going to help you understand more what is production possibility curve is. So this is your production possibility schedule and this is your production possibility curve. Okay, now what is a PPS, a production possibility schedule then? Well, it's a table that shows a production possibility of two commodities. Okay, here we have taken two commodities, that is a rice and a sugar. Okay, in goods X we have placed rice, and in goods Y we have placed sugar. Okay, now according to in first possibility A, okay, according to possibility A, if you invest if you allocate all the resources in the production of sugar, then what happened? Your production of sugar will be 15 units. Okay, since you have invested all the resources or allocated all the resources in the production of sugar, what happened? The production of rice will be 0 because you have not allocated any resources here. Okay, now similarly combination B shows that if you reduce a little bit of your production in your sugar and set aside a little fund, or allocate a little fund in the production of rice, then what happens? The production of rice will increase from 0 to 1, whereas the production of sugar will reduce from 15 to 14 units. Okay, now the combination C, production possibility combination C, shows that if you reduce reduce the resources, allocation of resources, if you reduce a little more in the production of sugar, say from 14 to 12, then what will happen? The production of rice will increase to, say, 2 units. So similarly, if you go on reducing the amount of resources, in this goods Y, that is in the production of sugar, then what happens? Ultimately, what happens? The production of rice will rise. Okay, so finally, if there is, if you do not want to produce any sugar, say the entire, resources you allocate in the production of rice, then what happens? The production of sugar will be 0 and the production of rice will increase to 5 units. Okay, so what did we see here? What did we observe in this schedule then? We observed that the increase in the production of one product will leads to what? Decrease in the production of another product, isn't it? Right, all this schedule which we saw, according to all this combination, what did we see? What did we observe in this table? We saw that the increase in the production of one product will lead to the decrease in the production of another product, right? So this is your this is your production possibility schedule. Now so we saw this is the what? This is the production possibility schedule. All right, now we will see its graphical representation here in the form of graph. The same figures we're going to see in the form of graph here. Okay, see, this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. Okay, in y-axis we are going to see what? The production of sugar. All right, and in the in x-axis we will see the production of rice. Okay, now see, suppose as I said in the schedule also, if you allocate the entire resources in the production of sugar, then what will happen? The production of rice will be 0. There will be no production. Why? Because you have allocated the entire resources for the production of sugar, isn't it? So you are producing 15 units of sugar, for example. Okay, since you are not allocating any resources for the production of rice, therefore your production will be 0. Okay, so here we have put a point here. So this is the this is the combination of A. This is the combination of A. Did you see here? The combination of A we have put here. So we form a dot point here. This is your point. Combination A's point is here. We put a dot here. Okay. Now, but if you reduce the, if you reduce a little production of sugar and allocate a little fund in the production of rice, then what will happen? Your production of sugar will fall. It will reduce to 14 units here. Did you see here? 14 units. These are all assumption. Okay. It will fall to 14 units, but what happens to the production of rice then? The production of rice will rise to 1 unit. Okay, so here 14 and this 1, when we join we reach here, and this is the point. So this is the point that has been formed from combination B. Okay, now according to combination C here, okay, if you reduce a little more of fund allocation or resource allocation, whatever, then what happens? If you reduce more, then the production of sugar will go down, no doubt, but what happens? The production of rice will go up, right? Rice will go up here. So it will come down, the production of sugar will come down to 12, but the production of what? Rice will increase to 2 units. So when you join this, you get a point here. Did you see that? Production, this is your combination C. Okay, now according to possibility D, okay, same thing, the production, here we have the production of sugar is 9, you have reduced it to 9, okay, but the production of sugar, rice has gone up. So when you join this, it has increased a tremendous amount, isn't it, comparatively? So what happens? According to this combination D, the point is here. When you reach this and when you come up here, you form the point here. So this is the point of combination D. Similarly, when the production of rice is reduced, when the production of sugar is reduced right to 5 down there, 5 here, what happens to the production of rice? It will increase. Obviously, the production of sugar has fallen, so that will lead to the increase in the production of rice. So, according to your possibility E, your point is here. Alright, now if you say that no, we are not going to invest any money or any resources in the production of sugar, so we will not produce any sugar, the entire fund will be diverted to the production of rice, you say, then what will happen? The production of sugar will be 0, but the production of rice will increase to 5 units. So according to possibility F, your point is here. Alright, so this is your graphical representation. Then what happens is that, when you join all this point that has been formed with all this combination, all these points that you see here has been formed with all this combination. When you join all this together, you form a curve. So this is your curve here, and what is this? This is your production possibility curve. Okay? Right. So what did we notice here? We saw this schedule, then we saw this curve. What did we notice here? We noticed that the continuous sacrifice of, can you see this sugar table? Okay, let's see in the schedule. Can you see this schedule here? The sugars column. What are we noticing here? We notice there is a continuous sacrifice in the production of sugar. Isn't it? Continuous sacrifice in the production of sugar. So when there is a continuous sacrifice in the production of sugar, there was what was there? There was a continuous increase in the production of rice. Isn't it? With the help of this schedule and graph, what did we see? That the continuous sacrifice in the production of sugar has led to the increase in the production of rice. Okay? So we saw that the continuous, sacrifice in the production of one commodity leads to the increase in production of another commodity. Okay? And this concept, that is the PPC, that is the production possibility curve, is also known as production possibility frontier. Alright, now one important question arises: why does the PPC always slopes downward? Well, the production possibility curve always slopes downwards from left to right, because in order to increase in the production of one commodity, we have to sacrifice the production of another commodity. Okay, that's why the slope always slopes downward. The curve, rather, the PPC, that is the production possibility curve, always slopes downwards from left to right. Okay, right. So this entire concept that we discussed right now together is what? It's a production possibility curve. Okay. Well, that's all for today, and please stay connected and check your text related to this topic. If you have any questions or doubts or any queries, you can always WhatsApp me in the number that has been provided. Till then, stay connected and stay safe.